and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's the Saints going up against the Lions. Now let's get you out to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome for this matchup.
Lions Saints on EA Sports. We welcome you to New Orleans, Louisiana for today's game.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Bill Sims, and we are live here for this primetime matchup. There's all kinds of energy and excitement in the air. These teams get really fired up taking center stage on a night like this.
Well, you said it right, taking center stage. Today's professional athlete, we know, we talk to all these players all the time. They love it when they're on stage and everybody is looking at them. Well, let me tell you this. We are looking tonight. This should be fun to watch.
The Lions are ready to run back this kick. And Thomas Morstead looks ready to get this one underway. This game is underway. Tate's got it. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. There are a lot of folks anxious to see the starting quarterback for this game and what he can do on the field. Garrett Grayson out of Colorado State getting his chance.
Well, he played in a pro offense at Colorado State. Really, the offense he played in there is a lot like the offense he's going to play for with the New Orleans Saints. So I think he's going to make a quick transition to the NFL.
For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. Handoff made. He's brought down at the 25-yard line. He is one of the most dangerous wideouts in the game, Sammy Watkins.
Well, in 2014, he learned a lot about the NFL and how to be a better wide receiver. Look out, this guy is going to be awesome this year.
Let's go.
2nd and 8. Tate's got it. On a pass, had some heat on it. That is how you draw it up, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, man, a quarterback loves guys that can make catches like this, and they're just so strong. They know how to zero in. They never lose concentration, and you never see him drop a pass.
First down at the 41. They'll run it here. And that gains a few. Setting now the defensive lineups. You've got him again with Geno Atkins. Such a huge wrecking ball presence on that defensive front.
Unfortunately for Geno Atkins, his 2013 season was cut short with an injury, but he's one of the best inside defensive linemen in the NFL, and man, can he rush the passer.
Second down and 8. It's wide open. Grayson's going to avoid the hit by sliding.
It's a rough game out there. Avoid hits at all costs. Good job that time by the quarterback sliding before he takes the hit.
On the way, third down. Here's the handoff. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
I think, Jim, anytime early in the game, most coaches don't want to take a chance and give momentum to the other football team. So they would punt it in a situation like this. But this one's interesting. Wouldn't shock me also to see the coach go for it on 4th down.
And so now they'll call on Martin to punt the football away. And a touchback here will bring the ball out to the 20.
So the rookie quarterback, it's not his first time onto the field, but still getting his feet wet in the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Jim, and every week it just gets a little easier, better. When you walk out there, you can settle those nerves down faster each game you play. So it's going to be fun to see how he does here today.
It's a 2 tight end formation. First down at the 20. Benjamin Watson makes the grab. Watson's brought down after picking up 6 on this play.
That out route that time was run to perfection by the receiver. He made such a sharp cut. He gives himself some space from the defender, and the quarterback puts the football right on target, just short of that first down marker.
That short pass play picked up 6. It's now 2nd down and 4. They'll go ground. They bring him down at the 29-yard line. Here's a look at the offense. And if they're going to win today, this group of wide receivers must go vertical. They must open up the game for the offense. 3rd down on the way. Takes it out of the eye. Has the first down and a whole lot more. And he's on the sidelines and out of bounds.
That time, nice job. Offensive line gives him a little hole, and he gets in there and shows his toughness and picks up the first down.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play. Once again, a running play. And a gain of 4. Olote Nata, Phil, had a lot of Pro Bowl seasons in Baltimore, but then the Lions made a trade for him. What does he bring to this Detroit defense?
Well, let's see. He brings size, athletic ability, the ability to stop the run no matter where you go, and I think he was an awesome addition to this Lions defense.
Midway through the first. Complete to Jeffrey. Met by Flowers that time.
Well, the quarterback has such great confidence in the receiver. And why not? He's talented, and every time the football's thrown his way, he finds a way to make the catch.
All set up now at the 16. Let's see how they back up the big play here. Handoff. That's a gain of 6.
Saints know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. They can't be pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good solid run that time.
That's 2nd down coming up. The Lions lined up in the nickel.
Let's go.
From the shotgun. Stands in the pocket. A touchdown, New Orleans. And they've got a lead for themselves midway through the first thanks to that touchdown.
Yeah, it was a good drive that time. It had a little bit of everything in it, and it just gives you tremendous confidence as here we are halfway through the first quarter. Now you put the pressure on the other team.
The Saints line up for the extra point. It's good. The Saints ready to kick it away. And he'll start his return. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Saints have gotten off to just the kind of start they were hoping for. We'll see if this defense can make another stop after having forced a punt on the first possession.
It's a good defense. There's no question about it. They got off to a good start, and now they got to stay aggressive with the play calls, but more importantly, stay aggressive with their mentality, attack the offense.
First down at the 22. And they get the sack.
You know, outside linebackers, they're everything all in one. They got to be a pass rusher, a pass cover guy, and they got to be able to stop the run. Nice job that time getting the sack.
Second down here. Grayson's ready for the snap. Empty backfield. We'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Got a big lane. Grayson's now going to hit the ground in a slide and in the play.
It's not as easy as it looks. That quarterback, good job of sliding before he takes the hit that time.
It's third down coming up.
Let's go.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Gets it out for the completion. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
The Lions on their offensive play sheet, they don't have many plays for third and long situations, but that is a really nice job that time by the offense, the quarterback. They pick up the first down. That'll get you going.
The Lions will take the snap from the 35. And they bring him down at the 44-yard line.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. Flip to the outside. And they'll end up losing 4 here.
The Saints guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
down. The Lions line up in the pistol. Makes the catch. Vaccaro takes him down.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. First down here after the completion. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Tackle down right around the 47.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
Second down now. That'll do it for the first quarter here in New Orleans, and we'll be back in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade. Win from within.
The Lions still possess the football as we begin the second quarter. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Ball is out. This one's going. He's in the clear. The 10 and in for the touchdown.
What a deflating play for the offense. The defense picks up the fumble, takes it not only for a touchdown, but how long? Look at the blocks. That makes the offense lose its confidence. They're going to have a hard time coming back out on the field and making it happen.
We have a review coming from the booth. Was the knee down, Phil, or was it a fumble first?
I think what we need to do here, let's stop it when the knee hits the ground. And once we stop it, let's look at the football. Does he have possession of it completely at that time? If he does, then it's going to be down. The runner will be down before the fumble occurred.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The replay upstairs overturns the call on the field.
Yeah, good job by the officials upstairs seeing it, knowing there was a mistake on the field. That's what I love about the NFL. Not afraid to say they made mistakes and turn them around.
The Saints come out in a dime package. Grayson's alone in the backfield. The Lions snap it at the 36. No chance to throw. Another sack. Both coaching staffs told us this week that this defense would be the key to the game, and so far they're ready for the occasion as they take them off the field and force the punt.
Well, one coaching staff is happy their prediction came true. The other one, of course, is very sad. But so far in this game, very crisp on the defensive side.
Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. The Saints coming back onto the field to start this drive after what was really sort of a textbook touchdown drive the last time they had the ball in their hands.
Yeah, let's give a lot of credit to that offensive line. They were awesome. They did everything well. Usually you have an offensive line can only do one of the two things well, run block or pass block. This one, they do them both well. That's why they had so much success on that last drive.
The Saints are going to line up. Close game, second quarter. The score's 7-0.
Get ready.
First down at the 20. The give. Nelson's all over the ball carrier.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
The Saints line up in the pistol offense. Second down and 12. Easy catch there. No one near him.
Well, as you saw that receiver make the catch, I'll just say this. You cannot throw the football enough his way. There's no such thing. When in doubt, you don't like anything, turn and find him and throw it to him.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. Gonna go draw. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Boy, there's nothing like a draw play. It just catches a defense by surprise, and running backs, they love it because they know they have a chance to get some easy yards.
In plus territory at the 49.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
Going for the deep ball. Makes the grab. Touchdown. Their lead grows a little more with that touchdown, and still a long way to go in this half. They may be able to add even more to it before the break.
Jim, I don't see anything that's going to slow them down. Everything they are trying is working. They have been spectacular here so far today, and all I can say to the opponents, you better buckle up. This is going to be tough.
Driving extra point is good. The Saints kicking team comes out now as the offense takes a break, and they deserve one after going down the field, mainly through the air with over 70 yards passing. The Saints setting up for the kickoff. Tate's got a chance for a return. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Saints lead, and a big reason why is their ability to get after the quarterback today.
Yeah, to get after a quarterback, what do you need on the defensive side? You need some speed, especially around the edge, and they have it on the defensive side.
First down at the 26. He runs with it right up the gut. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down.
Let's go. Red
From the gun. Intercepted. All the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
Well, when you study the offense and you know what they're going to do, you're able to make plays like that. You time the interception perfectly, you make the catch, and you take it all the way back for the score.
The Saints line up for the extra point. Inside of the uprights. The Lions are getting ready for the return. And can they return to a competitive state in this one as the game is starting to get out of hand? The score's 21-0. The Lions are ready to receive the kick. Fields the football at the 3. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Lions' offense has been nowhere in sight here for quite a while. 3 consecutive drives that have come away empty. What about it, Phil?
That is the old phrase, MIA. They are definitely missing in action because there's no action on the offensive side. It's time for the quarterback to call the right plays and help his team out and get this thing moving.
Let's go.
First down at the 23. They're going to run it right. He's brought down at the 30-yard line. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day. Second down and 3 following that nice run. The Lions come out in the pistol.
Get ready.
To the ground. They tackle him for a loss. Right now, this is a team that trails. And they know that they have nothing if they don't have a rushing attack. The numbers are just dreadful. They're going to have to get a spark from the rushing attack the rest of the way if they're going to get back into it.
We talk so much about throwing the football, scoring, doing all these things that are pretty for the fans, and we all want to see it. But the NFL always comes down, who is the most physical is the one that wins the game, and they're not being physical enough on the offensive side.
Kenny Vaccaro in on the interception. They are completely out of sorts offensively, and now they add to the damage with the interception, Phil.
Yeah, when you get in situations like this, go back to the really simple things. Don't take a chance. Execute what you know you can do. If you do that, that'll give you some confidence, and then you'll start playing a lot better.
The Saints have been a completely different team offensively here in the second quarter, and they've started to open up a nice lead.
Yeah, I got to give the coaches a lot of credit, Jim. They changed their strategy on the offensive side. They gave the players a better chance, and the players have taken advantage of those situations.
What a place to start for the offense.
Get ready. Break 38. Break 38.
First down at the 27. Surveys. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down.
Let's go. Red 38.
Gets the handle here. And gains maybe 4. He's averaging right around 7 yards per carry on the game.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go. And they stop him for a short gain.
Breaking huddle at the 23-yard line.
The Saints have to get to the 17-yard line for a first down. 3rd down and 6. Pass is intercepted. If they needed something positive to happen before halftime, the defense has come through with the interception, Phil.
They needed something. They got it. They needed that interception to get them back in the game. Now can the offense go out there, score some points, and go in at halftime on a tremendous high?
The Saints defense has been just remarkable. It reminds me of the Ravens defense back in 2000 when they led statistically in virtually every category on their way to winning the Super Bowl, Phil.
Yeah, you talk about that defense. They were scary. My gosh, they went out there. If you scored a touchdown against that defense, Jim, you felt like you really had accomplished something. But so far here today, they've been dominant, and it's been fun to watch.
First down at the 16. Collins is there to make the tackle.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Just a quick drop back. The catch is made by Tim Wright.
The Lions understand just get whatever yards you can every time you run a play. That's what they do that time. It's a short completion, but look what position it puts them here in on 3rd down. This is something they can handle.
3rd down now. Grayson's back in shotgun formation. Macklin's got it. First down.
Well, he's got talent. This receiver can make the catches when you throw it his way. And I think his talent, the way offenses are designed, and the rules of the NFL, it makes guys like him almost unstoppable.
The Saints defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Out of the shotgun formation. Down the field. And intercepted. Heading into the half, and the defense continues to dominate the opposition.
Oh, they are playing smothering defense. That's what they're doing. They're just... Every play that we see the offense run, the defense is right there making the tackle, getting turnovers. Hey, man, this has been fun to watch.
All right, the defense now takes the field, and they have so far underperformed here in the first half.
The number one thing you always expect and want out of your defense is effort, and we have not seen that so far today.
Let's go.
First down at the 35. He's taken down at the 35. He's now averaging 6 yards a carry on the day.
Get ready. Red 38.
The Saints will take the snap from the 35. Taking off. A foot race to the end zone. The 20. The 10. In stride, and he's home for the touchdown. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. The Saints now will tack on the extra point. Makes the PAT.
The Lions cannot come up with any answers here before halftime. And now they await the kickoff. Perhaps they can put some points on the board before the intermission. The scores 28-0.
The Lions are ready to receive the kick. He'll take it from the 4. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Saints have displayed a phenomenal defense here today, and I think you would agree, Phil. That's the reason they're in position to win this game.
Yeah, the defense has been incredible. So aggressive, so full of emotion, running around. Every time you see a tackle, there's like 7 or 8 guys on the defensive side around the ball carrier. So that's awesome defense. That's why they're winning this game here so far today.
The Saints defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. First down at the 23. It's Jermaine Kearse coming down with it.
Do the little things right. When you do those right, you get big victories. And doing it right is what this offensive player did that time. Had a chance to get out of bounds, stop the clock, give his offense more chances. Really good job by the offensive player.
Second down coming up.
Get ready.
Quick drop back. Interception. No one's going to get him now. And he's in for the touchdown. What a play. What a run.
Well, the quarterback, he could not see the defender. The defender in the right spot makes the catch and takes it back for a touchdown.
Well, it played out as if it was a pick, but upstairs they want to take another look to confirm it.
Well, that was an awesome play by the defense that time, getting the interception. Now they turn into receivers once they get the interception. Did he have possession of the football? We'll find out.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the boys in the booth, they want to make doubly sure the call was correct. They decided, hey, we need to take another look at this, but the play stands as is. The Saints line up for the extra point. An extra point is good. The Lions have been flat out manhandled so far. Perhaps their special teams unit can change the momentum of this one. They need something to go their way. The score is 35-0. the Saints getting set to kick it away. Steps up and fields it at the 2. And the tackle is made right around the 26-yard line. And they might be disappointed with the scoreboard right now, but this offense certainly can't be disappointed with the numbers their rushing attack has produced.
No, so powerful. Boy, the offensive line is really moving the defensive line back, and you've got a good running back out there who can take advantage of those situations. That's why you see such good run totals.
The Saints with a nickel look here on defense. First down at the 26. Macklin's going to pull in the bullet pass. First down here. They're going to the hurry up. Back to the line. Cameron Jordan hunts him down and makes him pay. The Lions take it from the 33. Makes the catch in the open field. 3rd and 5 still to go, even after that last completion. Grayson's got it in the gun. Tim Wright with the reception. Wright's taken down at the 33. The Lions signal for the timeout, and that's the first one they've used. Offense getting set now following the timeout. Just 33 yards to go to the end zone. First down following the long play. Grayson standing back in the shotgun ready for the snap. And the pass is thrown to Wright, and he has it. The Lions use another timeout here, and they have one left. At the 30-yard line, here comes the snap. The Lions line up, split backfield. Out of the shotgun. The catch is made by Tim Wright. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
Well, if you guard the tight end close, sometimes that doesn't matter. They're so big and they got long arms. They can still make the catch. Quarterbacks give them a chance. They get it done.
All set up now at the 21. The Lions in the pistol formation. First and 10. Tim Wright with the reception. And Kenny Vaccaro is in on the tackle. The Lions have to take their final timeout. That's it. Offense ready to play after calling a timeout. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Lions are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. 2nd down and 2. Looking across the middle, Lions are in for the score. How big was that touchdown right before halftime, Phil? They were getting blown out most of this half.
Jim, that was so big right before halftime, and I can compare it like this. It's about the size of your ego. That's how big it is, man, because we know Jim Nantz loves some Jim Nantz.
The Saints are back deep to receive the kick, having just given up some points, but still well in control of this one. Scores 35-7.
The Saints getting set to return the kickoff. No return here. This will be coming out to the 20. The Saints have been firing on all cylinders offensively in the first half, and they find themselves in excellent shape as we near halftime.
Oh, man, they are in good shape. I love what they're doing on the offensive side, and don't change anything. Go in there at halftime, pat those offensive guys in the back and say, keep it going. I think they will.
The Saints playing very well so far. Up big here in the second. The score's 35-7.
One more snap, and we'll head to halftime.
Takes a knee. The first half comes to an end, and this one seems to be already decided. We're watching complete domination play out. Larry is coming up next with the highlights.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to it. The Saints have grinded their way to a big lead. They'll keep going to the run game in the second half. The Lions will need to buckle down and slow down that run game to get back in this one. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Saints lined up at the 10. The pass out of the gun will be completed. And after the short pass, he'll score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Saints have it early in the second. Broken coverage here on the pass play. And it leads to a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Lions have it on 2nd and 5. Grayson's throw under pressure leads to the turnover. Saints would then turn it around for the TD. The Saints up now by 21. After the INT, offense comes out now. Under duress, and the pass is picked off. Collins is happy to come away with the pick and end the drive. Offense out now following the interception. Robinson's going to stay up the middle, and he'd go in for the 65-yard touchdown. Saints with the commanding lead. Now to late in the first half. Grayson's under fire and will throw the pick. Saints take it back all the way for the score. Saints in control. Staying late in the second. The connection is made in the middle of the field. And 14 yards later, he's going in for the score. Trailing now by 28. So we'll wrap things up here and go back under the lights where Jim Nantz and Phil Simms have the call.
All right, Larry, thank you for all of those updates. And now the teams are coming back onto the field, and we're about to get the second half started. Martin getting ready now for the second half kickoff. The second half has officially started, and are we going to see a big-time comeback? And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line.
The Saints come out to open up the second half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the first half, Phil.
Yeah, be smart here in the second half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances.
The Saints are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. The third quarter begins with this play. Up on his way. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
Phil, we talked at halftime about how this game could tighten up, but instead they just continue to dominate.
Yeah, Jim, and listen, want to give the offense credit for how they're playing out there and adding to the lead, but wow, on the defensive side, sooner or later you got to just man up, toughen up, and find a way to stop the opponent's offense.
The Saints with the PAT to come.
He made it. The Lions are ready to receive the kick. He'll have a chance to take off.
Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23.
The Saints have displayed a phenomenal defense here today, and I think you would agree, Phil. That's the reason they're in position to win this game.
Yeah, the defense has been incredible. So aggressive, so full of emotion, running around. Every time you see a tackle, there's like 7 guys on the defensive side around the ball carrier. So that's awesome defense. That's why they're winning this game here so far today.
Grayson set, empty backfield.
Get ready. Red 38.
Takes it from the gun. The reception by Sammy Watkins. That's his first reception today.
The Lions did a good job there on first down. That pass picks up some good solid yards. Now second and short. Much easier to call those kind of plays.
That leads us to second down. The Lions at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. Will go ground. The tackle's made and the first down is picked up.
All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
They bring in the extra tight end. It's the old counter play. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day. Now, as we look at the numbers, Phil, this offense just hasn't had any room to run the football today, and that's a big reason why they're down in this game.
Yeah, listen, I think they've been too patient today, trying to run the football too much. Just get over it. Go ahead, try to win the football game by throwing it down the field.
Let's go.
The Lions from the 37. They call his number once more, and that'll be a gain of about 2.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
goes to the 40 at the 39-yard line. The Saints defense now is going to go nickel. The Lions have it at the 39. Golden Tate on the receiving end.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
We're not too far in the third quarter, Phil, but I can't see this defense today yielding a lot of points in the second half. They've been sensational.
Oh, the defense is doing it all. You are right, Jim. And then, hey, look, they're telling their offense, look, if you guys don't blow it and make some big turnovers, there's no way we're going to lose this game here today.
And so now they'll call on Martin to punt the football away. And not a favorable bounce this time as it's headed to the end zone for a touchback. The Saints have extended their halftime lead, and they haven't wasted any time in doing so as they continue to motor up and down the field.
You know, this is what you got to do in this league now. When it's going well on the offensive side, don't slow down, don't get conservative, keep it going, try to score points, and just dominate the other team.
The Lions lined up in the nickel.
Get ready.
First down at the 20. Handoff made. Met by Flowers that time.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Second and 4 following the run.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
They'll run it here. As the first down. Now looking for more. Gonna take it home for the touchdown.
See a lot of them anymore because we have so many good tackling safeties in the NFL, but not this time. That long run goes for a touchdown. It was about the moves and the blocks down the field. Terrific job by the offense.
The Saints line up for the extra point. And the point after is good.
The Saints just had a very dominating ground game on that last scoring drive. They picked up over 80 yards on the ground. The Saints are ready to kick it away. Tate's got it on the return. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. The Lions at this point are just trying to stop the bleeding as they come out for this drive, Phil.
Whoa, I don't know if that was enough Band-Aids to stop all this bleeding, but look, you're looking for a moral victory, so the game is not over. Try to get some good here late to make you feel better and get ready for the next game.
Let's go.
The Lions will take the snap from the 30. Trying to power his way right up the middle.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap. and they hold that run to a short gain.
At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt.
Right, set now. Split out wide to the left.
Let's go.
Second down and 6. And on the mark with Golden Tate. Going to take it the distance. The 20, the 10. And Tate is brought down. That's reception number 4 for him.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Grayson's completion percentage, 80% on the day.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
Here's the first snap after the big play. And here's the toss. Collins is all over that offense and brings him down.
Oh, my gosh, it is the worst thing you can do on the offensive side. This drives coaches crazy. When you get down near the goal line, you run the football and you lose yards. That's just not being tough enough.
Let's go.
Second and goal from the 5. And that'll gain just a few yards. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You've got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
Just 2 yards to go.
Let's go.
Third and goal to go from the 2. Nowhere to go as this will be a loss of 3.
What a job by the defense down on the goal line. They were playing run all the way. It was a run. They got the penetration, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
A short field goal try on the way. And he puts it through for 3.
Well, this guy's a machine. Every time he gets a chance to go out there and kick a field goal, it is right down the middle. Good job by the offense. Good job by the kicker.
The Saints getting set to return the kickoff. He's got a chance to return this one. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Saints are not backing up after the halftime break. Instead, they've continued to pour it on here in the third quarter.
Well, I think we were expecting this, weren't we? We saw practice this week. They looked sharp. Coach said they had a great week of practice, and they've shown that here in the game so far today.
The Lions defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. There's a flag out.
False start, offense. Still first down.
The Saints will come out in the pistol.
Let's go. Red 38.
First down at the 22. Going deep. But it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes when you have a talented receiver, you just got to put up with plays like that. He might drop a few, but when he does catch it, he can make a big play.
It's second down now, right around 3 minutes remaining in the third.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
The Saints from the 22. Alshon Jeffrey with the catch.
Look up at that scoreboard. You're leading the football game, so we have a 3rd and long situation. So you've got to know that. Manage the game. Don't take a chance.
This is third down.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands. That's his 4th catch of the day.
All right, coaches, don't get greedy. Be decisive over there on the sideline. Do what's best for your football team. Keep getting those first downs and letting that clock just keep running. You got a big lead here in the second half. Don't take any chances.
First down here. Here's the handoff. Picks up maybe 3. As we've seen today, this is a team that's dedicated to the run, and it's paid off with some very good stats on the ground.
Well, it shows you what the coach thinks. He believes in running the football, and when you believe in it, what happens to your football team? They become tough, and they have shown that toughness here today. That's why they have such a good ground game going.
The Lions with a nickel look here on defense. He'll take the snap from the gun. Makes the catch in open space.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this first down here in the second half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it.
Coming to the line at the 43.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They'll go ground. The tackle by Curtis Lofton.
Let's go. 188.
Second down and 10. Back to him. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage.
Defense, play the situation. It's 3rd and long. Don't let a receiver get behind you and make a catch to pick up the first down. Keep it in front of you, and then let them catch it and come up and make the tackle.
Now looking at 3rd down. One last play before the quarter ends. Three quarters in the books, and this game hasn't been close. We're back after this. Fourth quarter and a blowout. Let's see if we can get this game over in a hurry.
Wow, you don't have to say it that way. I'm anxious to see how this game ends up and how they play it out. I want to see a team that has some pride, and even though they're getting blown out, to stay in there and keep fighting.
It'll be 3rd down.
Let's go.
He'll take the snap, the first here in the fourth quarter. Jumps into the air and pulls it down. Incredible catch there by the receiver as he goes vertical and comes down with the football and the catch.
We see these incredible catches every single week. Right now, the most talented guys in the NFL might be the wide receivers. They can just do everything: run, jump, run routes, and make these incredible catches. Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive.
Get ready.
Second and 10. Secures it with two hands.
The Saints offense, they go with the pass down here in the red zone. They throw the ball and it's completed, but it doesn't fool the defense. It gets very little yardage.
This long drive continues. The Lions defense now is going to go nickel. From the shotgun. Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown. The rest of this quarter is simply a formality.
It's what it looks like, doesn't it? It just looks like, hey, it doesn't even look like it. It is. This game is absolutely over. There's no such thing as a miracle that's going to pull this out for the losing team. But give the offense a lot of credit. On the winning side, they have been sharp all day long.
The Lions are ready to receive the kick. Tate's going to test the coverage this time. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Lions stepping back onto the field to get this next drive underway. Their previous possession was a field goal.
Yeah, I think they feel good about that field goal. They made some good plays, and they got down there, and they moved the football, and they got in position where they could kick the field goal. Now you take the knowledge that you gained from that last drive, use it, and try to go down there now and score a touchdown.
They've got to be wondering, though, can they finish off a drive today? The Lions will go with the pistol on this play. The Lions from the 27. Got a big lane. Grayson's going to slide and avoid the hit.
That's a really smart job that time by the quarterback. Pick up all the yards you can, and before you're going to get hit, slide in there like you're going to second base.
The Saints lined up in the nickel.
Get ready. 38.
The Lions snap it at the 36. Takes the hit and throws. short following the incompletion. The Lions pistol set here. The Lions now move the chains.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Grayson's going to take it from the gun. Has Watkins. That's reception number 2 for him.
The Lions did a good job that time throwing a pass on first down and picked up some nice yards. Now second and short really puts the defense in a tough position.
Coming to the line at the 48. The Saints defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. 2nd and 1. The Lions get a first down. Tackles made, and the first down is picked up.
All you can do is your job. And that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Setting up now at the 45.
The Saints go with the dime formation here on defense. Grayson's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
Breaking huddle coming to the line at the 42.
Second and 8. He will not get away. He's taken down for the sack.
That's an awesome job by the outside linebacker. He gets a sack on the quarterback. And nowadays, you've got to do it all if you're an outside linebacker. You've got to be tough against the run, cover receivers down the field, and yes, plays like that get to the quarterback.
On the way, 3rd down. The Lions need to get to the 35 to pick up a first. Grayson's back in shotgun formation. And the pass is thrown to right. He has it. It has been a dominating performance in all facets, Bill, but I think it starts with the defense, which is still starring in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they've been tremendous all day long. I'm going to tell you what, they're going to feel good about themselves when this game is over and tonight. And I'll tell you, I think they'll carry this momentum into next week's practice. They're going to be tough again next week.
And the punt is kicked out of bounds. A lot of things have to go wrong in any game for it to be this one-sided. But you look at the matchup at running back, and it's certainly just one more thing that stands out.
Yeah, when you run the football well, we all know you control the tempo of the game, and also you get in all the situations that favor your offense and your defense. That's why they're blowing the other team out.
First down at the 22. Handoff. Running room. Gains 14. He's up over 140 yards rushing so far on the day. They came out here in the first half and established the run, and they haven't let up since halftime.
They haven't. We have a very good run offensive line out here today. We got a really good running back, and the coaches, they kept giving the running back the football, and they are getting it done.
Let's go. Press 38.
The Saints snap it at the 36. Robinson's tackled down at the 36.
Robinson's going to be tired after this run. That is a good long run. The offensive line was terrific, and he does a good job finding a hole and picking up those yards.
Set up now at the 36.
This play set up by the long gainer. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Well, not many yards to get there on that play, but it doesn't matter. What a day and what a job this running back has done here.
Second down after going to the ground game the first play. Double tight end formation. He'll get it again. Walker's in on the tackle.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Now 3rd and short following the run. Just 2 minutes left in this one now. Back in a moment. Back now in this one, and time is running out here in the 4th quarter.
Coming to the line at the 27.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
3rd down and 1. Makes the reception. And that's a gain of 13.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion. Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Looking to go up top again on 1st down.
First down by the offense in the red zone. And, you know, if you're on the defensive side, you don't have to worry about deep passes anymore. You can be more aggressive and take some chances.
Coming to the line at the 1.
The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap. No margin for error from just out. Runs it across for the score. Touchdown. Goodness, Phil, there's certainly not a whole lot of sportsmanship down on the field right now.
Yeah, this is getting to a point where even I'm starting to feel bad for the losing team, and maybe it is time to call off the proverbial dog and let this game just finish a little bit more mercifully.
The Saints line up for the extra point. And the extra point is good. The Lions are ready to receive the kick. Tate's got a chance to return this one. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Saints have victory within their reach now, and they've only turned up the heat as we've gotten into the fourth quarter, Phil.
And, you know, listen, they're doing this against a very good offense, so that makes it even more impressive to play this well against a good offense. What an outstanding day by the defense.
Grayson's got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap.
Let's go.
Snapping out of the gun. Tate's got it on a pass that had some heat.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Grayson's completion percentage, 80% on the day. The Saints will come out in the dime.
Get ready. Red 38.
Grayson's got it in the gun. And Macklin makes the grab. Gains 12. That's reception number 4 for him.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
Grayson's completed his last 6 passes. Here's the football resting at the 43. First down here after the completion.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
They're setting up screen. Shakes off the tackle. And as he's taken down, that's going to seal it as they will not get another playoff in time. So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.